Defense news in a nutshell, your fortnightly guide to all that's happening in MINDEF and the SCF in under 5 minutes. Here's what happened from 30th March to 12th April. After 8 years of intensive training to operate, maintain and integrate the RSAF's Hermes 450 into SCF operations, the Unmanned Aerial Vehicle or UAV is now fully operational. This wouldn't have been possible without the dedication of our RSAF engineers, maintenance crew, UAV pilots and the defense engineering community.
The Hermes 450 is one of the most capable UAVs in its class and indeed the world. Compared to the older UAVs, the Hermes 450 enhances our intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance capabilities with its extended endurance, advanced avionics and more capable sensors.
The RSAF's 116 Squadron operates the UAV, which boasts an array of advanced avionics that includes an electro-optical forward-looking infrared system and a laser designator. The plane can also be set to fly autonomously on a pre-programmed route, allowing pilots to focus on information gathering and processing. All these boost the SAF's battlefield surveillance capability. It's a defense relationship that goes back many years, and recently this bond was reaffirmed at the 8th US-Singapore Strategic Security Policy Dialogue held at Changi Naval Base. US Undersecretary of Defense for Policy, Ms. Christine Wormuth, co-chaired the dialogue with Singapore's Permanent Secretary Defense, Mr. Chan Yeng Kit. The dialogue focused on the importance of the US's commitment to the region and the need to continue close cooperation in addressing global security threats. The dialogue also examined ways to further strengthen defense relationship through new areas for bilateral cooperation. As part of her visit to Singapore, Ms. Wormuth called on Defense Minister Dr. Ng Eng Hen. Some 5,000 Singaporeans living in Shanghai, China came together for a bittersweet reunion at the 8th Singapore Day 2015. The event, which celebrates the Singapore spirit and keeps overseas Singaporeans updated about happenings back home, was also marked with a tinge of sadness as Singaporeans paid tribute to the late Mr. Lee Kuan Yew.
Although I've never met him, it does feel like we have lost someone close, and because of what he has done, I mean, without him, Singapore wouldn't be what it is today.
Deputy Prime Minister, Coordinating Minister for National Security, Minister for Home Affairs, and Minister in charge of the Civil Service, Teo Chee Hean, who was on an official visit to China, dropped by and mingled with the Singapore crowd. Mr. Teo also led all those present at the event to observe a minute of silence.
His passing brought out a huge outpouring of emotion from Singaporeans, not just in Singapore, but from Singaporeans all over the world. And people like yourselves, more than 5,000 of you in 36 cities all over the world, came to pay their tributes to a man who has made Singapore what it is today.
Mr. Teo had earlier visited the Republic of Singapore Navy's Endurance-class landing ship tank RSS Resolution and interacted with its crew during their port call at Wusong Naval Base. For more details on these stories, visit mindev.gov.sg. Now let's check out what's buzzing on our social media channels. They're from all walks of life, of different races and backgrounds, but they came with a single purpose: to make a difference to Singapore's defense. The first batch of Singapore Armed Forces Volunteer Corps enlisted and have begun military training. Check out the Army and Navy's Facebook pages to find out more. It was an exercise that saw well-coordinated and slick aerial maneuvers executed by the Republic of Singapore Air Force, together with the Air Forces of Thailand and the United States. But back on land, it was an exercise of another kind. What did the Air Force team do in Korat, Thailand as part of the trilateral air exercise Cope Tiger? Head to their Facebook page to find out. Well, that's our defense news in a nutshell. Get to know us more through our social media channels. This is Mike from Power 98, signing off.